Hello everyone. In this video I'll be translating and summarizing the latest Urdu broadcast by Samina Pasha to make it accessible for our English-speaking audience. Let's go through the key developments and insights. In Samina Pasha's words, Imran Khan has tweeted from Adiala jail. We will go through the key points of that tweet. Important developments in his legal cases have also been scheduled for hearing. We'll talk about that too. There are differing opinions regarding the directives given to Ali Amin Gandapur Sahib related to the operation, and there's no clear stance from the KP government. This will be discussed as well. Also, a video of Bilawal Bhutto Zardari Sahib has gone viral. The flood situation is also quite tragic. And then there's talk around the revolution in Nepal, with questions being raised about why such change can't or doesn't happen in Pakistan. People have differing opinions on this as well. We'll discuss that too. I request you to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. So first, let's talk about Imran Khan Sahib's cases and his tweet. Firstly, let me tell you that one of Imran Khan's very important cases has been scheduled for hearing today, specifically the Al-Qadir Trust case. He had filed a request for an early hearing. Interestingly, the main appeal filed earlier was never scheduled. Later, only a limited appeal for suspension of the sentence was filed, which also only led to a preliminary notice being issued, and no further action was taken. Then the summer vacation came and the case was never listed again. So now, another request was filed asking for the case to be heard as soon as possible. This hearing has been scheduled only for the urgency plea, not for the main appeal. The bench hearing it includes Justice Sarfraz Dogar and Justice Azam Khan. Besides this, another case of Imran Khan is listed in the Islamabad High Court today. This pertains to a petition filed against NAB. I don't expect any major development in that one, though. Regardless, Imran Khan's cases are now being heard, and a large number of KP Assembly members and leadership are expected to be present. Now coming to Imran Khan's tweet, most of what's said in the tweet was already shared earlier by Alima Khan Sahiba. The most important concern raised is regarding Bushra Bibi's health. There has been a development in that regard today. In the evening, doctors from PIMS hospital arrived at Adiala jail to examine and test her. No diagnosis has been shared yet, but earlier reports indicated that her health condition was not good. She had a fever, dizziness, etc. We'll know more when the report comes out. There was a request filed to include input from personal doctors as well, but for now only the PM's doctors have examined her. The report is awaited. Imran Khan has expressed serious concern for Bushra Bibi's health, even suggesting that a petition should be filed in Supreme Court to ensure her health is not compromised. Now, an interesting point, the Toshikhana 2 case has been postponed until Friday. What's strange is that for weeks no hearing was taking place, and now suddenly hearings are being scheduled almost every other day. The reason is clear. They want to ensure Imran Khan remains in jail, even if the Al-Qadir sentence is suspended. So they're speeding up the Toshikhana 2 case to possibly sentence him quickly in that one too. Although Thursday is supposed to be a meeting day in jail, and a list was sent today, it's unlikely any meetings will happen. Previously, meetings weren't allowed even on Tuesday. Imran Khan's messages are a problem, which is why his visits are restricted. However, when hearings happen, family and lawyers can meet him, so sometimes his messages still get out. Today, Alima Khan Sahiba conveyed Imran Khan's message exactly as it was, and now it's also posted as a tweet. If we analyse the tweet, most of it is similar to what I discussed in my last vlog. But today, Imran Khan has again talked in detail about the events of 1971 and the Hamudur Rahman Commission report. Let me remind you that a while ago, a video regarding this report was shared from Imran Khan's Twitter handle. That caused a lot of controversy, especially among certain influential circles. There were even talks of filing new sedition and treason cases against him. Some journalists known to support the establishment publicly condemned the tweet, saying such aggression would not be tolerated. Efforts were made to get that video removed from his Twitter account. Even some PTI insiders were not in favour of releasing that video. They said maybe Imran Khan himself would have edited it if he had seen it, but regardless, the video was not removed and is still there. Imran Khan continues to refer to 1971 and the Commission report. This shows two things. First, he believes that the current situation is similar to what it was in 1971. And second, he frequently compares General Yahya Khan with today's General Asim Munir, implying that the current leadership is following Yahya's authoritarian ways and may engage in illegal actions to maintain power. In today's tweet, he elaborated on how the commission was formed, what events took place, and what losses occurred. All of this indicates that Imran Khan is not toning down his aggressive stance. He continues to act like a fast bowler who knows the batsman is uncomfortable with a certain ball, so he keeps bowling it. Apart from that, the rest of the tweet includes the same points I discussed in the last vlog, about the operation, Afghanistan, morality, and resignation from the Senate. One important issue right now is that Imran Khan keeps calling for an end to the operation, but the KP government is not giving any clear statement. They don't clarify whether no operation is happening, they're trying to stop it but being ignored, or they support the operation and think it's justified. The provincial government remains silent, and then their barrister Saif Sahib appeared on Wasim Badami's show. So they come and say, there is no ongoing operation right now, just some targeted actions are taking place, which you can't call an operation. This is what Barrister Saif says. But on the other hand, what do we see? Baba Salim Swati, the Speaker, is talking about the ongoing operation in KP while sitting in the Assembly. This clearly shows that there's a contradiction in statements. Now, no matter what these people say, if we talk about ground realities, many reporters are confirming that operations are indeed taking place. Entire villages are being asked to evacuate. Now, if it were really just targeted action, there would be no need to evacuate entire villages. In targeted action, you already know the specific hideout of the terrorist, and you go and carry out an action there. But when you're evacuating whole villages, it clearly means a planned military operation is being conducted. We've seen news reports over the past few days of entire villages being evacuated and videos of people being displaced. And in military operations, collateral damage is common, whereas in targeted actions, the possibility is much lower. We've seen recently that many innocent children and civilians got caught in the crossfire and were martyred. So if no actual operation is going on, how is all this happening? At the very least, the government should clarify what's going on, provide some official statement or evidence of what's happening exactly, how the deaths occurred or why people are being relocated. But there's complete silence, and no one seems ready to take a clear position. On the other hand, Imran Khan is quite clear in his statements. Remember, he does get newspapers occasionally. Sometimes he even gets access to TV. And obviously people who go in to meet him also update him with news, so you can't say that Imran Khan is in jail. He doesn't know what's happening outside. That's not the case. And if you think it's necessary to inform him, then Barrister Saif can go meet him any time and brief him directly about whether the operation is happening or not. So all of this basically indicates that even these people can't face the reality. That's why they're not taking a clear stance. I was also listening to Sheikh Waqas Akram today. He said the same. No operation is taking place. If someone attacks the forces, obviously they will retaliate, and they don't need permission for that. But the question is that all that's happening just retaliation to attacks? We've heard such things before. But this time, when you're evacuating entire villages, shutting down shops and asking people to move, then can you really say this is just retaliation? Why are thousands of people holding peace marches and organising yurgas against the operation if there's no operation? Simply saying there is no operation doesn't change the facts. The ground realities suggest otherwise. And it seems the government isn't in a position to face or clarify the truth, so they're avoiding clear statements. Meanwhile, today a video of Bilawal Bhutto Zardari has gone viral, in which when a journalist asked him a question, he mocked the journalist with facial expressions suggesting, "Oh, you'll just keep crying," or something of that nature. There were a lot of comments on this today. People were pointing out how if someone from PTI even slightly criticises journalists or speaks inappropriately, it creates a huge storm. But when other political parties do the same, no one cares. Mariam Nawaz, for instance, removed ARY microphones from her press conference. No one had a problem. Journalists are killed in Bilawal's Sindh province. No one protests. No one raises a voice. Today, Bilawal mimicked a journalist and no one has a problem. But if a journalist misbehaves with Alima Khan, and if she even responds, it's blown out of proportion, even though she's not even an official politician. Just because she's associated with PTI, they try to highlight and dramatize everything. This double standard is very clear today from the reaction to Bilawal's video. Another piece of news that saddened many today is that Yamaha, the motorcycle company, has stopped manufacturing in Pakistan. And it seems like they're packing up completely. That's unfortunate, because we were told that foreign investment was coming to Pakistan. But what's actually happening is that companies are leaving, one by one. It seems people don't trust the system anymore. Now, another important topic I wanted to discuss, as I mentioned earlier, is the situation in Nepal, which has sparked a new debate. Could such a revolution happen in Pakistan? Why don't people here rise up like that? In my view, the obstacle to such a revolution is Imran Khan himself. Yes, that statement might surprise you, but I've been thinking about this. Why aren't people rising up despite poverty, injustice, and a coercive regime? It's because as long as people have hope that there's someone who could bring change, a messiah-like figure, they keep waiting. They look toward that person, hoping he will bring transformation. In Nepal, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, when revolutions happened, there was no political party leading them. It was just the common people, sometimes students, sometimes others. There was no long march planning, no calls to action, no calculated headcounts from constituencies. Those were natural, organic movements. I'm not saying PTI's movement isn't organic. People come out for PTI too, but in those countries people rose without a political flag or a leader. No one told them to burn down Parliament. It was a spontaneous outburst of anger and grief. Here people still look to Imran Khan, waiting for his next message, trying to interpret what he says. Now imagine, just for a moment, that Imran Khan wasn't in the picture. Then it's very possible that people fed up would come out on their own. But then comes the other side of the argument. When people rise up without a leader, without a plan, there's no long-term vision. They vent their anger, yes, but they don't know what comes next. So the changes brought about by such revolutions are often short-lived, not stable. Look at Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, even Nepal. Governments were toppled, yes, but then what? No one knew what to do next. Sometimes the army chief takes over, and you just move from one crisis to another. So without planning, even if you get rid of corrupt figures, what follows is often not much better. In Bangladesh, even though Hasina Wajid has been ousted for a while, proper elections haven't happened yet, and the temporary setup is still running the country. So my point is, in Pakistan, if there isn't yet a mass revolutionary movement, maybe it's because Imran Khan is still a flickering light of hope. People feel that as long as Imran Khan is standing strong, Allah will make a way, and he'll return to power, and things will improve. That's possibly what's holding people back. That's why when people say, what would happen if, God forbid, something happened to Imran Khan? It brings back the same fear. If he's removed, people may erupt with no plan, no leadership, just raw emotion. Another thing, in those countries, the armies were not as powerful or entrenched as Pakistan's establishment, which is deeply rooted and still holds significant control. They know how to manage situations and take steps accordingly. Usually in such cases, politicians are sacrificed, but the real power structure remains. We've seen this before. So this is an interesting debate, and people are discussing it from various angles. That wraps up our translation of Samina Pasha's video. I hope this English version helped you understand her message better. Please like, share and subscribe to Awami Lens to help our community grow. Don't forget to leave a comment below and let me know what you thought of this effort.